Yes, I'm Joshua. I'm from Brunsum, from the Netherlands. I'm 25 years old and a heavyweight endurance athlete. Yeah, I think my craziest set is the God set. Yeah, the 50 pull-ups, 1 muscle up, 50 bar dips. Today with calisthenics, I think the best way is to follow the smart guys, the big guys on Instagram. And yeah, today you get tutorials and everything. So I think it's perfect if you want to start. I think volume to make your muscles like used to doing more reps. Just when you're tired, try to go a little step further than you're used to. I think also the weighted reps. I think if you want to go up in bodyweight reps, you also need to do weighted reps.
In this episode, we talked with heavyweight endurance calisthenics athlete Joshua. He's one of the best endurance athletes that we know, and he has been competing at many different international competitions, like for instance the Calisthenics Cup at FIBO 2024. In this episode, he shares his story and also shares a lot of valuable tips and tricks and also full workouts for anybody who wants to improve their endurance game. And he does this for as well beginners as for the more advanced athletes. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hello, my name is Jelle for Calisthenics Worldwide, and today's episode is sponsored by the Gravity Fitness app. And if you're interested in checking this newly released app, you can check out the description. And for the rest today, we have a very special guest for you, which is heavyweight endurance athlete Joshua. I know this guy already from 2016, which is when the Calisthenics Park in Brunsum was opened. So he has been training very hard there since then, and also in many other places, and he has competed in a lot of competitions. So Joshua, tell us a bit about yourself.
Yes, I'm Joshua. I'm from Brunsum, from the Netherlands. 25 years old and a heavyweight endurance athlete, as Jelle just mentioned. I've been doing calisthenics now for 9 years. Started in 2014. Following the little workouts that were set up by Mad Bars. I don't know if you guys remember.
I definitely remember.
Normally it were just push-ups and ab workouts for me because I didn't have anything else to work out at. 2015 I started in just a gymnastic hall to start up the calisthenics. I was doing free running, but I switched to calisthenics back then.
All right.
I came across someone that was doing it for a longer time. Got to learn something because previous it was only just trying to recreate the videos online. Right. Bad form on all sides. 2016 we founded the Calisthenics Park in Brunsum. Really beautiful park and just a natural park where kids play on the other side of a little pathway. Everything comes together. We had a second expansion of the park a couple years later that also brings a little bit of the older people together because it's more exercise equipment. After that it was just trying to go up and up and up, trying to take some competitions here and there. Got together with a friend of mine that now a really dear friend of mine is Lorenzo, Italian guy. I worked out with him for like 2.5 years, like 4 times a week, bam, bam, bam. Also, that's why the JL team, Dutch, Italian combination.
Cool.
Yeah, and now we're a little bit coming to this spot and getting more competitions in, and really enjoying my road.
Yeah. So basically, you said you started with the Mad Bars programs, right?
Yeah.
So you did core exercises and chest.
Yeah.
And how did that develop? Which exercise did you start doing? And when did you actually get into endurance? Because that, of course, is also endurance. But
true.
Was that specifically a turning point?
Ooh, it's a good question. The Mad Bars was really the push-ups, like wide, all the very different push-ups, incline, decline, diamond, whatsoever. Just trying to do all of them. That's why also my chest is a little bit out of proportion. I was only doing push-ups like half a year long, and abs, and the endurance. Wow. in the beginning, I never only did endurance. I did the combination of everything. I wanted to do high weighted pull-ups, a lot of pull-ups, pull-ups with weights. So I did the combination of, and the real focus of only endurance came in the 2022. 2022, I went more to the endurance side. Because I won a competition in Belgium from Barbenders.
All right.
Became first. With the first place, you had a ticket for the Gods Battles in Spain.
All right.
And that really pulled me towards the endurance game.
Yeah.
Got in touch with Saibov, and on this day he's my coach.
Right.
Because I met him in 2022 for the first time in real life in Amsterdam with a little meetup.
All right.
Went for food with him afterwards. Really got to know him also as a person. And after that, I towards the end of the year when the Gods Battles were upcoming, I was like, shit, how do I prepare for this? Because it was a higher level endurance game than I was used to.
Right.
So I sent him a DM maybe he can help me with some tips. I just asked him can you maybe help me with little tips how I can prepare for this the best?
Yeah.
We got a little bit to talk, and then one moment he said okay, just wait, I will send you a 1-2 week schedule and what you can use for more weeks, or you can increase it by the week if you feel like it. And so I was waiting for the schedule, and at one moment I got a message okay, 2 more days, give me 2 more days please, and then I will send it to you. And I was like, I'm fine with it, how long I need to wait, I'm getting a little schedule. I was happy. And I got the PDF file, and it was a schedule of 8 weeks fully preparing for the Gods Battle. So I was really hyped for it and everything.
Nice.
And I said what do you want? And he was like, nope, I met you, you really good guy, just it's just as a friendly gesture.
Super nice.
So it was really nice. And I look up to him years and years back already, from almost when I really started calisthenics, and you were looking up on Instagram and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was really I felt honored that I got that schedule, and because I went from here to here in those 8 weeks, also the first 8 weeks of my whole calisthenics adventure, that I trained for 4 times a week. Normally I trained 3 times a week because I made my own schedules, and I didn't know how to put in 4 days in a week to be optimal.
Right.
And he put 4 days in a week. I was like, let's go with it. And it went perfectly. And I was so happy that I went from here to here. So in 2023, January, I started with coaching from him, from Saibov.
Yeah.
And from that time, it also went up and up. I put my goal for Godset. Made that in, I think it was September or October 2023.
Okay.
And since end of 2022, it's been only endurance. Only from last year November, until February-ish. I did the combination again for street lifting, because I was wanting to compete at the Benelux one, final rep Benelux.
Yeah, right.
But unfortunately, because of a groin injury coming back, it was the squats were just weak for my body weight class.
All right.
I can start with my PR was 165. Guys start with 220.
Right. Yeah.
It's no starting there. So I was like, just put it to
hold.
side.
Yeah.
Not for me. Just go on with the endurance, and that was the only breakup for my endurance period now in 1.5 years then. Ish. 1.5 years.
So the Barbenders competition was your first competition?
No.
Which competition was your first?
My first competition was the Eindhoven, the city battles in Eindhoven.
Right, yeah.
It was my first competition that I
Which year?
attended. it was the one with also with skateboarding and everything on the side.
It's 19 maybe, or is it?
I think even earlier.
Really?
I think 2018. So I think 2018-ish.
Okay. So
that was my first competition with max reps, was it?
Yeah.
And from there on.
So you've been competing for quite a while then. Like,
yeah. I did a couple competitions in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Just a couple. I did in Belgium. I did a competition. Two competitions in Belgium. I went to Switzerland, Aachen, Spain, God's Battles, France. I went to Montpellier for Albars competition.
Nice.
Where have I been?
FIBO,
yeah, 3 times now.
Yeah. So before you got into comps, you were already doing endurance, though, right? Or
also combined.
Yeah.
But I was doing it
and weighted, basically.
Yeah, and weighted. So I was always doing it combined. Yeah.
And before you started with Saibov, the coaching, you started doing mat bars and so on and so on. What if you look back at it, how would you advise a beginner to start with this journey?
I think if you start today with calisthenics, I think the best way is to follow the smart guys, the big guys on Instagram. They share a lot of good information.
Right.
There are also some guys put videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
You got a lot of information, tutorials, whatsoever, from everything that you want.
Yeah.
It's up everywhere. Back when I started, it was just a few videos from just guys doing reps. So it was just look and try to recreate it. And today you get tutorials and everything. So I think it's perfect if you want to start. And also, there are so many parks everywhere these days with, I think, everywhere some people that know and want to teach people, like, okay, if you want to learn that, you can do it like this or start like this. And calisthenics gyms.
Yeah.
Also indoor gyms when it's bad weather, or if you prefer to train indoors, it's also there. So
So basically, you learn from others, and
I think it's best.
Yeah.
If you start now, it's perfect.
Nice. That's a good place. But so when it comes to exercises and for instance, how many times per week you train, or like you got the program but you were basically improvising your program and creating your own. So how did you do that?
Try to figure out what was feeling good for myself, for my body. I did 3 days every week. I tried to switch it a little bit and combine it with weights and with endurance. So start high in your workouts and then end a little bit easier.
All right.
But I have some knowledge about making schedules, or if this is your max, you can do sets of these amounts or reps. But the knowledge goes so much further than just the basic knowledge that I have. So that's what amazed me about the knowledge of the schedules that I got from Saibov. Like, I'm doing so much. How can I be optimal the next day?
Yeah.
And I was doing the workout the next day, and it was perfect. I could do everything, and I was like, okay, let's just go with it.
Crazy.
But I think to set up your own program, I think you can do it for a while, but there will also be a plateau that you will hit, and I think then if you want to go for a higher level, a coach is really recommendable.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's always a good place to go. Definitely, if you want to become like a professional or want to be an athlete and compete. Okay. So, but I think you still have quite some knowledge. So, if you, for instance, can do 10 dips and 15 whatever, like push-ups and maybe 5 pull-ups, like how do you build up? Because it's a completely different game than weighted, as you said you also do. You combine it, but when it comes to endurance, how do you build up your reps and your sets and
to go from 5 pull-ups to 10 pull-ups?
Yeah, for instance.
You can do. If you can do 5 pull-ups, good form pull-ups, you go for 6, 7, 8 pull-ups, but you do 5 good form pull-ups, and you just go for the 6th, 7th, 8th rep, you do bad form. But you make your muscles like used to doing more reps, your brain to do more reps, do negative pull-ups. Just when you're tired, try to go a little step further than you're used to, than the 5. I think like low weighted pull-ups, like if you do 5 or 10 pull-ups and you want to go higher, take 2 kilos, just 2 kilos, and just do reps with it, because your body gets used to more load, and if you take it off, you can get further again.
Right. Yeah.
EMOM also very good exercise.
What is EMOM?
EMOM every minute on the minute. You set a timer. You start at 0 doing 2 pull-ups, 3 pull-ups. What your max, not your max, but what's doable for you.
Yeah.
You can do 5 minutes of EMOM or 10 minutes of EMOM, whatever you like, and what feels good for you with that exercise.
Yeah.
You start at 0 with 3 pull-ups, and the time from when you end your last pull-up until the clock hits 1 minute, that's your rest. And on 1 minute, you need to do again 3 pull-ups.
Yeah.
And so on and so on. So how longer you do about your pull-ups, less rest you have.
Yeah.
But because of that exercise, your muscle really gets used to short rest, recover faster. And I think that's a really good exercise also if you want to get your endurance up.
And then basically the next training you would do, for instance, 4 pull-ups and every minute.
Yeah.
And then you just build it up, or...
you can build it up. You can go... If you do 3 pull-ups for 10 minutes, you can also do 4 pull-ups for maybe 6 minutes, and you can play a little bit with that.
That's a nice one. Yeah, like this, you have a lot of different options in your training, and with endurance also, what I see often is that people combine exercises in sets.
Yeah, true.
So how do you do that?
At this moment I'm doing almost pull-ups, dips, muscle-ups. I'm doing it all in one one workout.
Yeah.
Also now I'm going for endurance and strength endurance. So my week is like, it goes from weighted endurance to routines, because I also want to do the routines. And I think every week it just goes up a little bit. And the workouts, different a lot. Today I had pull-ups. Yesterday I had pull-ups, dips, muscle-ups with weights, normal reps. Then the next ladder, pull-ups, dips, muscle-ups, but that stop. And I think that also is a good one if you want to do that stop also for your endurance, that stop and fast reps. With that stop, you're not getting as much reps as the fast reps.
Yeah, right.
So I think that's also a good trigger for your endurance game to push it a little bit further, because when you do the fast reps, it's not the cleanest form always, but you can maybe go that little step further that pushes your reps also like a couple reps higher than your dead stop. But when you do the dead stop, it also makes your fast reps go higher again. So I think, that's also a good one for, to improve your
So you focus
endurance.
on quality, basically.
Yeah, quality. I think quantity is a good one, but quality is also a really good one.
And you mentioned the ladder. What do you mean with that?
Yeah, well, ladder, you go, I did, for example, the pull-ups, 5 reps, 4 reps, 3 reps, 2 reps, and then max reps, but everything with 30 kg. Dips also 5, 4, 3, 2, and then max reps.
And how much rest in between?
1 minute.
Okay, so this is like an EMOM, but you build up or...
it's not really EMOM, because you have you got 1 minute rest, not...
1 minute rest in between. I get it.
Yeah. So it's a little bit more rest. And at the end you do max reps.
To really go for...
To really go all out. And then you have 4 minutes, and then you go to the other exercise.
Right.
And then you got the dead stop afterwards. The dead stop, you really feel like, oh shit. I just did so many reps, and the dead stop, it brings you like 10 reps back or something. So that's also interesting.
Yeah, it's a bit like for people who don't know endurance, how does a competition, for instance, look? Or I mean, also training in that sense. But you can have so many options. Like for instance, I saw in your Instagram that you did 50 pull-ups and then a muscle up and then 50 dips, and you have so many options, and even you can do 25 or 30 pull-ups and then you do 30 seconds dead hang and then you do this. And what I used to see, which I also know inspired you, the Barbarians, right? The old school, like they started off with the requirements, which if I am correct, if I'm not correct, you can correct me, but it's 5 muscle ups, then you do 50 dips, then you do, I think it's 30 pull-ups and then 60 push-ups. And then 5 muscle ups again.
Under 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes, then you have done the requirements, and you are aiming for doing that within 3 minutes 30, right? Or...
Yeah, I have done it now in my fastest time, I think, was 3 minutes 50 or something. 3 minutes 40. I think my ultimate goal is to get it under 3.5 minutes. Will be really nice. Yeah, and the little,
impressive.
Little underline is like you need to do all the sets unbroken. So that's also just a little step higher, because 30 pull-ups, it's 30 pull-ups with 30 pull-ups.
Otherwise
unbroken.
it doesn't count, the requirement?
Otherwise it doesn't count.
Really?
You really need to do it unbroken. So you really also need to think about the rest time that you need for at the end after the 60 push-ups. You need to
That's
do 5
between the exercises.
Between the exercises, because you need to do 5 muscle ups unbroken at the end. And you also want to have it like decent form. So
Wow. So that's very interesting, because then you basically have a workout or a set, which sometimes they do at comps as well, that you need to do within a certain time or as fast as possible.
True.
And that's there's so many options with endurance, and that's also in comps you see all kinds of variations, and then that's very interesting to see. And I wonder what the point of each kind of thing is, because like sometimes you can say, okay, I do 3 exercises in a row within one set, and other times you do just fully your max out on muscle ups, for instance, right?
Yeah, true. You have the max reps competitions. It's body weight. You also have max reps competition with weighted. You got the 1v1 battles. So you really go head to head with a lined up routine, and the one that finishes first, you go through to the next round. At this moment, I'm really stoked for those competitions, because it just brings up, some adrenaline.
Adrenaline. Like to battle someone, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Because if you go in front, you can go ahead, but if you gas out yourself, you lose. Maybe, because you really need to time yourself with the rest and everything that you do, with the speed that you take. But also, if the other one is ahead, you don't need to make yourself crazy, like, oh shit, he's in front, I really need to pick up pace, because you can still mess up for yourself. So it's also like a really strategic game in the battles. But also the max reps I also like, because it's like you need to take a step further than normally, because if you do max reps bodyweight dips, at one moment you were at 80 or 70 and you are already that long on the bars, but you really need to switch off the button, like, okay, I need to go further. That's what I also like about the endurance game. It really needs to mentally you need to go a step further than with street lifting with 1 rep.
I think that's an interesting thing about endurance anyway. It's completely different kind of training. And when it comes to the comps, like in this case, as you mentioned, if you're looking at a comp like that and you see someone go ahead, and then all of a sudden, someone catches up and goes beyond and wins, for instance, this is a very interesting thing to watch. And I can imagine that kind of competition can really motivate a lot of people to get started with endurance. And that also gives it a lot of potential in that sense. And like I said, it's complicated, as in there's so many options. So I find it like for people who, as I said, maybe can do 5 pull-ups and 10 dips and 15 push-ups, where do you go with your training? like you can say, okay, I'll just today have a push workout, right? And do you divide your trainings into push and pull, for instance,
No,
or
not anymore.
do you always
It's now
combine it?
everything combined actually.
Yeah.
It's just like focused on some parts of the endurance
All right.
game,
Yeah.
like max reps or sets without leaving the bar,
Yeah.
routines.
Yeah.
So it's really focused on that, but not splitting up.
So you
anymore.
really have now your training is really competition focused basically.
Yeah. This year I want to do as many competitions as I can.
All right.
This moment I got 8 in mind.
Wow.
Hopefully there are coming 2 more, and then I got 10 competitions this year. So.
And you want to do that many competitions because it motivates you to keep going, or why? Or is
it motivates me, of course, but also like this year I just want to try to set a bar for myself, like how far can I go in 1 year, what can I do, like reps with weights or body weight, how far can I come with the 1v1 battles. And I was thinking like, I did some competitions in previous years, but I now just want to go all in this year. I've seen so many competitions come by, like, okay, let's just try to get to them all and just see how it goes.
Nice. That's super cool. Yeah, I think so one thing that you mentioned a bunch of times is also that it has to be clean, or
true.
And of course reps need to count during a competition. So what do beginners have to look for when it comes to push-ups, like the basic exercises which you do in a competition, like push-ups, dips, pull-ups, and muscle-ups? When do they count?
Yeah, it's a good one, because in some competitions it's more strict than other competitions.
Right.
For example, now the last competition, FIBO, Calisthenics Cup, amazing competition. You had 2 legendary judges, Saibov and Lee Wade Turner, perfectly judged. Also, if you look back at the competition, the videos, you see them giving no reps, and you were thinking like, "Fuck, was that a no rep?" Jesus,
so like, very strict.
Yeah, very strict. But if you want to bring the endurance competitions to a higher level, that's where the judging needs to be.
All right.
Because a push-up is, you need to go, you need to be straight. You need to go down. You need to lock out at the top. Pull-ups, you need to lock out. You need to have your chin above the bar. Your legs need to be straight. It's not kipping pull-ups or whatsoever. And at some competitions, you see like a lot of swing pull-ups, and calisthenics is not CrossFit. It's like you need to have control of your body.
Right.
Straight legs, straight body, muscle ups. It's without kipping. Legs need to be straight. All those little things are very important to make a competition big.
Yeah.
A competition can also be good when it's a little bit less strict form judged, but like the level that you saw at FIBO, like the athletes that were there, it's the top of Europe. It's insane what was walking there. And that level of competition, you don't see it everywhere.
Have you seen it before, actually?
On this level, no.
Right.
I've been to competition. Where was it? No, I don't think so. This was really strict. Yeah. I think this was the most strict competition that I've seen in person. This year I'll be going to Spain again, to Italy, so I'm looking forward to how the judging will be there. Yeah. But the judging at the FIBO, it was perfect. Also, all the athletes were really happy with it. Yeah, because the athletes that were there, they strive for like quality and a higher level. So that was the perfect match.
And how would how do you and how would a beginner train like that? Would you always in every training do every rep clean?
No.
Or do you just, as you said, go like as much clean and then you just go for
I think
wrapping out?
Like the fast reps, I do them also, fast reps, but not always the full range of motion. I do it, the full range of motion, I do it more when I go towards a competition.
Okay.
But and also in important sets where I really want to test where am I.
Yeah.
But if I want to like really break a plateau, like to go from 40 pull-ups, I want to go to 45 pull-ups or more. The form can lag a little bit, but it's really to break the plateau. Like, okay, I need to have those 5 reps extra because I want to get the step extra.
Right.
And it's more also like the mental step that I said before. Like, you really need to get your head also in there to get those 5 reps extra. Because if you always keep doing clean form reps, you're not breaking that plateau. I think it's easier to also have bad reps to go a little bit further sometimes.
All right. Interesting. What is your craziest set so far then?
My craziest set? Yeah, I think my craziest set is the God set. I think that was my... the 50 pull-ups, 1 muscle-up, 50 bar dips. I think that's, for me...
quite godly.
My most impressive set this far.
Yeah.
I did it also with 84 kilo body weight. Wow. I think for those sets, for the endurance, it's heavy. Now I'm training again at 86 kg, 87.
So what was your lowest weight and what is your
my
highest?
lowest weight? Now in this year?
Yeah, like recently.
Recently, I cut back this year to 83.
Okay.
Because I wanted to be 83 at the FIBO competition.
Yeah.
Messed it a little bit up. My weight, but also my food. Okay. We can, if we go to competition, we will talk about it. But I think my lowest weight this year was 83. Yeah. But my weight goes up, down, up. It's not the best, but...
And up until 87 or what?
No, my highest weight, like, end of last year was, like, I touched 90 kilos again.
All right.
Now after FIBO also I went up to 88 again, and now I'm 87.5. So, but I'm enjoying the food a little bit again. So.
That's very important as well.
Yeah, enjoying the food is most important because I love food, so yeah.
Do you think, like, for instance, with weighted calisthenics, right, you see a lot of athletes who are heavier, and with endurance, you see it less, right? Like,
with the endurance, I think with the main 16 athletes that were qualified for the FIBO, I think the next one, the second heaviest, 76 kg.
All right, that's a big difference.
So that's almost 10 kg difference. Let's say 8, because I was 84 at the competition. Oh no, I was 85. I went on the weighing scale there.
Wow.
I was 85 at the competition, so it's 9 kg with him. I lost from him, but
Bjorn is a beast. So I mean...
he's a beast. So, but no, it's 9 kg, and I think,
of course,
for the endurance, it's a lot of difference, but also that weight difference, it pushes me also to go that step further. Like, okay, I really need to push myself to be equal to those guys.
Right.
And I think that's a motivation for me as well.
Yeah.
Because the street lifting,
very impressive.
It's also, the trainings are a little bit boring sometimes. It's long rest times and
yeah.
So the endurance, it's
more your thing.
Yeah, more my thing. I really enjoy it more.
So do you still do weighted calisthenics for specifically for getting stronger, or do you really not do any heavy lifting much yet?
No, I think the heaviest that I now go is like, I think 50 kilo on the dip.
Yeah.
30 on the pull up, muscle up, 10 kg.
Okay.
Maybe it goes 5 kilos up or to like get a little bit more tension on the reps, but I think it will stay there.
How many reps could you do with 50
dips?
Yeah.
End of this year will be fun. The goal is 50 times 50 end of this year.
Oh, wow. So, impressive.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I did my first workout yesterday with the max reps that I said.
Yeah.
I will not spoil numbers, but I was really like convinced that my numbers will be high this year.
Yeah.
So with my first workout with high reps with those weights, after I think 3 months, 4 months. Yeah, it felt really good, and yeah.
Okay, now I'm very curious about some numbers. So,
Yeah.
first of all, weighted. Like, how much is the heaviest dip you did?
120.
Okay, nice. Pull up.
Pull up is 85.
Okay, nice. And muscle up?
Muscle up, no competition form, but my PR on the muscle up is 30 kg.
All right, cool. And reps wise, do you ever like have maxed out with all of those and push-ups as well, like on how much you can do body weight?
In one go. Pull-ups, my max pull-ups has now been, I think, 60 pull-ups.
Okay, wow.
So, yeah, 60 or 62 pull-ups was my max set. Fast pull-ups.
Right. Yeah, because there's also a big difference if
yeah,
you can.
if you do the dead stop pull-ups, my max is 37 or 38.
Okay.
Dips, fast dips. I did 101 dips. I think that stop, my goal this year will be like 80 dips should be there. 85 dips,
Yeah.
I think. That stop. Push-ups, no.
A lot.
For
sure.
I when I was doing them a lot, yeah, the numbers were good. I was doing like 60 push-ups in under 50 seconds, easy. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Push-ups, it's for fun. I don't want to do too much push-ups because of my chest proportion. I don't like it. It's a little bit too much. So I try to do not too many push-ups, but of course I need to do the push-ups for the competitions,
Right.
especially for the routines. The endurance in your chest, in your push-ups needs to be high because
Right.
when you have a pump and you need to do the push-ups, it's hard.
Right.
And that's just important. So I need to do them, but really max reps in the push-ups, over 100 easy.
Right. Muscle ups.
Muscle ups. My new PR set last year September at competition, 17 reps.
Nice.
Yeah, I was really happy with that. I didn't expect it, but 17 reps.
Crazy.
Competition form. So yeah.
So to get those kind of numbers, what are a couple of principles you would advise beginners to use to get there?
Yeah.
Is it variety? Is it volume in the training?
I think volume. I think also the weighted reps. I think if you want to go up in body weight reps, you also need to do weighted reps.
Okay. And then like not too heavy, like
not too heavy. No, because you can go try to do a lot of dips with 20 kg, but I don't think it helps to get 70 dips to 80 dips.
Okay.
I think if you do like 5 kilo or 10 kilo dips, it will go up easier because you can do more reps with 5 or 10 kg. So I think that's important. Isometric holds, I think, is also a good one because you get stronger on the lower point or some points where you can get stuck when you're like gassed.
So you do those holds with weight, or do you
also body weight?
Weight.
So you do 10 reps, hold, 10 reps, hold.
Okay.
So you
do them in between the reps,
or in the beginning you do 30 seconds of hold and then you go you do dips. Yeah.
Crazy.
This episode was sponsored by the Gravity Fitness app. Gravity Fitness is a well-known calisthenics equipment supplier which was founded in 2013, and after more than 10 years of experience they released their brand new calisthenics app. The app has a lot of different functions, but it mainly focuses on standalone workouts, on progressive training programs, on skill masterclasses, and it also has a great section where you can get in touch with like-minded people. There is a free 7-day trial, so if you're interested in getting the app, you can download it through the links in the description. But for now, let's get back to the episode.
Nice. I think there's a nice segment here because we got some questions from followers, which is also around these topics. So I'll get them and let's see what they asked you.
probably big fans of yours. So first one I want to ask you is, and this is from Yitendra, and how many hours do you train usually?
Ooh, it differences. I think it's between 1.5 hour to I think 2 hours.
Okay.
I think sometimes it's longer than 2 hours, but mostly around 1.5 to 2 hours. Yeah.
All right. Nice. What I wonder is how many sets you do then.
In a workout.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's a good one. If I count them from yesterday, 5, 4, 3, 2, then the max reps. So it's 5 sets pull-ups, 5 sets dips, 5 sets muscle-ups. So it's 15 sets.
All right.
Then the dead stop part was 4, 3, 2. Max reps, 4 sets times 3 is 12. 27. And then I ended with core exercise, 5 dragon flags, 5 hyperextensions reversed, times 5. That's so 5 sets from that. So you are 30, 35 sets. But it really differences because today it was, I only had push-ups and pull-ups and some muscle-ups. And then it was 15 sets of push-ups, 15 sets of pull-ups, and 5 rounds with muscle-ups.
All right.
So then you're again at 35, 40 sets. It really, differences at which exercises I have to do and where the focus is. Is it routines or because if it's routines, you have less sets, more rest in between, but the intensity is more.
Yeah.
So
do you always do the same warm-up, by the way?
Almost, yes. Yeah, I try to warm up everything because I do all the exercises. So I try to do warm up everything at the beginning because if you want to warm up in between, it's no beginning.
Right.
Because you have done the pull-ups, you need to warm up 10 minutes again for the dips.
Got it. Yeah. So
if
full
you
body?
Full body warm up at the beginning, and
How
during
long?
the workout you stay warm. I think my warm-ups is like, I try to take it easy these days, like not to rush it. So I think I'm like 20 minutes warm up.
Okay, nice.
No, just
and what do you do for the warm up?
just easy rotations with shoulders, elbows, wrists, mobility for the shoulder, that hangs, activation of the scapula, shrugs on the dips, on the push-ups.
With scapula pull-ups and scapula dips, or what exercise do you use for the scapula?
Just activate that hang and just
Scapula pull-ups.
scapula pull-ups. With the dips, I do the shrugs. So like push it out, but I also do holds. So head to bar hold on the dips, on the push-ups. Pull-ups. I do the 90-degree hold on the dips, on the push-ups. I'm really doing a lot of holds also to get the blood flowing with tension on it. And then I just go for easy body weight reps. Normally I take some kilos on the warming up because if I have a body weight workout, I also warm up with weights normally.
All right.
Just use 5 or 10 kilos just to have that extra intensity on the warming up.
Okay.
So the body weight goes easier. Also with weighted, I always go a little bit higher with the warming up than
how much
my
weight
work
do you
set.
use then?
For my body weight, I use 5 to 10 kilos.
Okay.
When I do dips with 50, I normally do a couple reps with 55 or 60, just a little bit above.
Interesting.
And for muscle ups, I do pull ups with 10, or for body weight muscle ups, for example, I do high pull ups with 10 kg or pull ups with 20 kg.
Wow. That's interesting. Do you use bands as well?
No.
No?
No.
You make it harder for yourself instead of
No, I
maybe it's your level, I guess.
I've been skipping the bands for like quite a while. I've done it before. I've done for a long time. Also very useful if you want to use them for the warming up really, if you begin with everything, you're not that advanced yet. So you only have the body weight workouts and you're not that high in reps yet. I think elastic bands is a good way to warm up in a decreased way.
So when you use this way to warm up, how many reps do you do with that though? Because like
not many.
It's a couple of reps.
Yeah,
just
it's like
to
2,
have
3
heavier,
reps,
and then the normal, like a lot of reps, they feel easier because you don't do them with less weight.
Yeah, it's really 2 to 3 reps. That's it, because I want to warm up the muscle, not exhaust it.
Fatigue it, right? Okay, so the next question from the same person, Jitendra, is what's your weekly plan? What does it look like?
Oh, my weekly plan.
So 4 times training, you said?
4 times training. Also working 4 times in a week.
I think it's about the workout. So like, how do you divide your workouts?
How I divide it, yeah.
Because you said
differences, yeah.
Exactly.
For example, this week I have. Yesterday I had weighted for the weighted endurance. Today I had everything body weight, but with holds in it to get reps under fatigue. Then I got routines on Saturday, I think.
Okay.
And Thursday I have sets without leaving the bar, if I'm correctly in my head.
All right. And that's every week, or does it really change that much that you don't?
It's a little bit set up like that, but it also changes, yeah.
Okay. So body weight with weights, sets with different exercises in one set, and sets on the bars. Routines. How to create our own workout routine? So what would you advise?
Yeah, to create your own workout routine. Which exercises do you want to improve? What's your goal? I think that's a really important one, because if you don't have a goal, you're not working towards something. I think if you want to make your own workout schedule, first do a max workout, so you know your max numbers, and then you can decrease the reps in your workout to implement EMOMs, do a ladder, like you can do 10 pull-ups max, for example. You make like a ladder or pyramids from 1 to 5 or 2, 4, 6, 8, and you go down again with minor rest, because in the endurance, like, minor rest is important for your muscle to like recover fast. I think if you really need to know your max numbers to make your own program.
So basically, within a certain time, you keep doing increasing the amount of reps you do within that time. So basically, you decrease the amount of rest you get in between, so that you train the endurance.
Yeah, true. I think for endurance, they say like around 1 minute or less. It's a good rest time.
Okay.
You don't always need to rest 1 or less minutes. You can also rest 3 minutes. I also rest 3 minutes in between like different exercises. So that's no problem. But I think if you want to really increase like the endurance of your muscles and the recovery time of your muscles, less rest is better. Yeah.
In between, for instance, if you're doing pull-ups, if you do a couple of sets of pull-ups, in between those you want
try to minimize the rest.
All right, interesting. Very nice. So when it comes to the routines, is basically you have to think about your goals, and maybe if you really are. Also, you said about competition, right? That there's different kinds, so you kind of can also, I guess, prepare for a specific competition. That can be one of the goals.
If you have a competition like max reps or with routines, with some competitions, the routines are they are already online before.
Okay,
so you know where you need to train for, so you can break up a set, because like you divide everything by 2. You do it for once, okay, feels good, increase the reps, do it again, and just see where your limit is, and then try to build up that and try to press it so it feels better when you do the full routine.
Right.
I think that's also for routines. I think that's a good one.
And sometimes
also
it's a surprise,
take rest times in between routines. If you go for routines for competitions, take rest times. So it's 10 pull-ups, take 2 minutes rest, or make it strategic. So you have, for example, 20 pull-ups, 10 push-ups. Okay, take 2 minutes rest.
And then you
Then
do the next part.
do the next part, take a little bit of rest. And then the
then
next time
later
you do it, you
less
decrease
break.
the rest.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's also interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that can be one of the goals for getting the routine.
Yeah.
Do you have an injury?
Yes, I do have an injury at this moment, unfortunately. I got an injury on my forearm's elbow tendon, on both arms.
Really?
I have it for a while, unfortunately, but I'm trying to get around it. But for tomorrow, today I called for an ultrasound to let it just be checked. If there's nothing going on bigger than I hope it is. Like a couple weeks before FIBO, it kept acting up. So I switched my grips from thumbs around to thumbs over, to decrease the tension on my elbows during the pull-ups. It helps. I didn't feel it actually anymore. It was just feeling good.
Okay.
Until yesterday, when I was doing the weighted reps again, I was like, okay, let's do it with the thumbs under the bar again. Immediately stress on my elbows again. So today I also felt it during the workout. So I called for the ultrasound to just let it be checked, and otherwise see what I can do about it, to let's just get around it or heal it or something. But unfortunately it's there.
I hope it heals quick.
But we try to work around it.
Yeah.
We're not stopping.
You're unstoppable. Does being heavyweight affect your performance and efficiency? By the way, all of these questions were still from Yitendra. It was a very motivated
With
bunch of questions.
Okay. Yeah, does it? Yeah, it's a good one. It makes it harder. There's a quote in my gym on the wall at your sports. It's difficult but not impossible.
Right.
I think that's a perfect quote for me, because it's difficult for a heavyweight in the calisthenics game and the endurance game, but it's not impossible. And I think for me it's perfect, because like I said, it makes it harder for me to be 10, 15, 20 kg heavier. But it's that little extra motivation and push for
challenge.
To go that step further. So
makes it extra
and
impressive.
Also I think but
for sure.
It makes it difficult, but also makes it more interesting.
All right. Now we get a quote from someone, or a question whom you know very well, which is Jordan. And the question is, how is it possible that you have those oversized boobies?
Yeah, that's what I said.
This is exactly
push-ups for half year non-stop, doing nothing else. Yeah, it goes out of proportion. Think about how you do your workouts.
And now you even try to not do that many push-ups anymore, because it's getting out of hand, man.
Yeah, I know. It's getting out of hand. Exactly.
Nice. Well, good question. I mean, it was. Then we have Kai, I think it's like K4Y5 stripe 1, so difficult to pronounce this name. I think it was Christian. Once you have skills, is it worth to keep also doing basics?
Definitely. I think your basics make your skills stronger. I think without basics, your skills are not that strong also, because you need to have a foundation of strength in your body to do skills. Right. So I think it's important to do it and to keep doing them. Also to keep your muscles activated like that.
By the way, Hassan, when it comes to your weight, Hassan told me that within like your weight class, you're the strongest. It's like he was very impressed. So that's one thing about the weight. And also another thing that why I thought of Hassan was that Eloy Narings, Dutch champion freestyle, he we had him on the podcast as well, and he's been training, and now he's a bit injured. And at the time after he got injured, he started training with Hassan.
Yeah, true.
And he also said that Eloy was lacking those basics. So he was very strong. He could do planche and so on, but he still needed to do those basics as well, according to him. So he would also agree with your answer.
Luckily.
Last question, sadly. How to prepare, which actually kind of goes well with the next topic, right? How to prepare for the first round Belgian sets and reps. He's 4 months out. Rutger. Daphne, you know?
Ooh, first round of the Belgium. Yeah, it's a good one. I don't know.
He's 4 months out.
Yeah.
So, like, how should he prepare? What do you advise?
Yeah, I think, like I mentioned in a previous question, I think you should decrease the reps of the sets and try to do it as fast as possible and also as clean as possible, because we will judge also your cleanness on the reps.
Right.
You can also do it with less good form and just go fast with it, and then better the form in the upcoming weeks. And try to, like, take the first 2 exercises, rest a little, take the third and fourth exercise, rest a little, but divide it how you think is best for yourself. Where lies your strength? Is your strength in pull, push? I try to make the routines not push focused or pull focused, so everybody can show their strength. If it's one stronger in pull, then he can maybe go in front, but if the other one is better in push, they can come back together again in the routine, during the routine.
Are you going to be at this competition?
At the Belgium, we had judge again.
Nice.
Last year was my first time. They asked me to be head judge. I was really honored to also do my first judging for a competition.
Very nice.
And I think it went really well, and also they got a lot of good feedback about how the competition went and how the judging was. So this year they asked me again, and it was I was honored again. So, and I could make the routines again. So I tried to make it.
You came up with the routines.
Yeah, and I tried to make it as interesting as possible for pull and push people. Also try to up it every round. First round is everything body weight, basics. Second round you get a little bit more also body control with it. You got pistol squat and, if I'm correct, leg raises.
Okay, interesting.
Of toes to bars. So you have the strength, the basics. Then in the second round you have the basics and you got the body control, because for pistol squat you also need a little bit of body control, and for the toes to bars also. And the final is everything a little bit between, everything together. It's the basics, it's the control, and it's also weighted. So you get body weight endurance, you got control, and you got weighted endurance. So eventually, hopefully in the final, there will be 2-3 athletes, depending on how many athletes there will be. And those will be the most complete athletes on the competition that will be in the final.
Very nice.
And it's the same with the females also. It's first basics, and the second one is also with weighted. A little bit weighted. So,
With these kind of exercises, you have to do different. You have to take those exercises and put them in your training as well, and specifically go for those pistol squats and also the toe touches. And I've seen other competitions where they even did like Korean dips and stuff like this. So I'm very curious where that will head, and there's so many options.
Yeah, true. Because like with the pistol squat, it's also like you need to have the flexibility also a little bit, but you don't need to be ass to grass with the pistol squat. If the pistol squat you go deep enough and you don't have the mobility for it, just send the video to or barbenders or to me, and we can just decide if your mobility is good enough to have the pistol squats being counted.
Okay.
Because I don't think for someone that has a lack of mobility. I don't want to say it like that, but the mobility is just not there to make it possible to go as deep or make it as clean with the straight leg and everything to the front. I think it also needs to be possible to compete. I put it there to make it a little bit more variety in the exercises and to make it a little bit more tricky. But I think, yeah, if you have a little blockade in it, just send a video and we can just check if it's
Nice. I'm
good.
very curious.
Yeah, me too.
When will it
really
be
looking forward.
exactly? In 4 months.
It's 31st of August.
Okay.
I think.
They can check out the Barbenders.
Oh, no, wait. 31st of August is another one. Can I check?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. August.
11th of August is Sunday. Yeah.
And people can still apply, I presume.
Yeah, it just opened.
All right.
I think it opened this year. This
This
week.
month. Okay.
I think this week it opened the registration, or they only put on the routines.
All right.
But yeah,
very nice. I want to get back to like Saibov, and he's also a judge, of course, and a very good coach. And I'm curious if there are any things that stand out in your mind when it comes to, you already gave a lot of tips yourself for beginners, how to start and how to like write your own program, or how to do different kinds of sets and so on, with different kinds of goals, and also these new exercises maybe for some people that they can incorporate them for, as the goal is, for instance, a specific competition. Are there any things that you learned from Saibov that stand out? Like what can beginners learn from Saibov to get a good head start?
Yeah, I think you can learn a lot from him. He also has a YouTube channel with all the tutorials and whatever you want to learn. Yeah, I learned a lot from him. I normally filmed, videoed some things for my workout, but not as much as I do now because I have the coaching, because I need to send videos in. Video yourself. If you do workouts, if you want to learn things, video yourself, record yourself, because you see things on the video that you don't feel what you do. Yeah. So he also made me like look back to your videos also. Not only send them, also look back to them. And I began to do that, and I saw also things like, oh, I'm doing that? Oh, it's weird. And also breathing and everything. I don't recognize it myself when I do the exercise, but when he says it and you look back to the video, you hear me breathing, or you don't hear me breathing.
You didn't breathe there at all. Like
but breathing is really important, because with push-ups also I change my breathing with fast reps and everything, and all minor tips that he gave me, like breathing, form, muscle up, like how it's your tricep is also a really main muscle for a muscle up. All small things. I learned a lot from him.
Nice. So like those first of all, breathing, how did you change your breathing?
The normal breathing pattern is like when you do the push-up, you go up, you breathe out. I do breathe out when I go up, but only when I'm struggling. When I go fast, I breathe out when I go down.
Really?
Yeah, it changes something in your body. On that way you can go a little bit further in the fast reps than when you go a different way around with the breathing. I tried it. Belt routine, perfectly to try it and to exercise it, because it's 740 push-ups. You can try it. But yeah, I tried it with that exercise and it really helps. I felt that it really affected my push-ups in an improved way. Muscle ups, I sometimes forgot to breathe, or I breathed also wrongly. Now I really try to focus on breathing out when I go up. Also really good. Also, where do you watch and where do you look with the muscle up? Also a little bit where little points.
Tweaks. Where do you look?
I look to the bar.
Right.
I look to the bar, go up, look to the
Yeah,
bar.
I did the same now. It's nice.
Yeah, because sometimes I look to the front.
Yeah.
And your body doesn't do what you really
It
doesn't
gets
really do
confused
what
where
you
it is, and
true.
timing becomes more
Yeah,
difficult. Concerning timing is another point which I thought about when we were talking now about breathing, is that when we saw the competition, I met you in Barcelona, and this battle of the gods, I think, the Dioses, right, between Javier and Max True. And there you said that Javier has like this Javi, or it's like has a rhythm, you said, and he just sticks to that rhythm, right?
He takes the tempo, a speed, and he just stays on that speed consistently the whole routine.
Yeah,
and it's I think it's really impressive because at one moment I saw it at God's Battles and I saw it now also.
Yeah,
the other guy is in front of him and he doesn't let himself being rushed. He just stays on that exact rhythm, on that speed, and at one moment the other one goes a little bit slower.
Yeah,
and he just cruises
Keeps on going.
slowly past, and he just keeps going, but he can maintain the speed until the very last rep of the routine that what he's doing.
Yeah,
And I think that's really impressive because you see a lot in the endurance competitions that people get distracted by the other guy,
yeah,
and okay, he's going faster than me, I need to go faster also. Oh, he's going slower, okay, I can go on like this.
yeah.
He's
a mental
just
thing.
Yeah, he's just doing his own thing.
Yeah,
And I think if he wants to go faster, he goes faster if it's needed, but he just stays on that nice rhythm, and
it's like super focused.
just focused in his own thing, and I think it's really, really nice to see
Yeah,
when
for
he's
sure.
competing. So
Nice.
really bummer that he didn't compete at the
Yeah,
FIBO. So
Right.
hopefully next year he will
exactly.
be there.
That'd be nice. Yeah, and then beats Max True, like
Yeah,
was
the
very
competition was
Yeah,
insane.
really
It
crazy.
was hectic. Wow, he also both almost
dead after that.
died after the competition. Just flatted out. Just lay down.
Yeah, right. Wow.
That was amazing to see those guys going head to head. Yeah, really nice.
For sure. Super cool. All right. So any other things that come to mind when it comes to beginners? What should they be doing?
Stay motivated.
All right.
Keep setting goals for yourself, and don't only see the bad days. Just look forward.
All right.
Because everybody has bad days.
All right. So when it comes to motivation, are competitions the one is that the thing that motivates you, or what motivates you?
I don't know. I have the competitions this year, but then next to the competitions, I also have like the numbers that I put in my head. Okay, I want to reach those numbers this year, and because last year the God set, that was my goal. I had also competitions last year, but that was also a goal. So that also motivated me to step up and go to the workout and keep going.
All right.
So I think it's what you prefer. I think that's the best. Yeah, or you prefer workouts, or you prefer competitions, or you prefer like the goals for yourself.
All right. Yeah. When it comes to competitions, where can beginners go to get started with this?
Yeah, at this moment, there's not really like a platform where all the competitions are, but I think Instagram is perfect. All the competitions that I know, I find on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah.
You just need to find the accounts.
You follow all the athletes, or where?
Yeah, I follow a lot of calisthenics athletes that do competitions. And when I see some athletes that like share a competition or something, or competition organization, I follow an organization when I'm like, okay, I'm interested in the competition that they organize. Then I follow them and just see what comes up.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I actually
think that's.
I had a conversation with you about this before,
true.
And also actually I had a similar conversation with Max True as well at FIBO, and he could not mention that many. Like I think he mentioned 3 comps, And this is, in my opinion, something that, like you said, the platform, there needs to be some place, and at Calisthenics Worldwide, we're working on it. So I will definitely have a conversation with you to make like a list that we can have this overview, which is maybe in your head, but that we can share it with the world.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, in that sense, like you work towards them, and there's still a lot of different formats, as you said. Sometimes they're very well communicated by the competition organizers, and then you can train towards them. Yeah, you already mentioned how this guy had to prep for the competition that you're judging, but yeah, how do you usually, in general, like go towards a competition? How do you prepare?
I usually prepare. Yeah, I just, when the routines are online before, you can focus. You can go a little bit more precisely towards the competition. Yeah. But normally, or if it's max reps, you can train towards it. Just follow the program because you've been doing it from already. So just continue it. With routines. Like I said, just decrease routines a little bit or take rest moments in between.
Yeah.
How shorter you come to the competition, don't get too excited, don't do too much. Also get your rest in because rest is really important. Then I always try to cut a little bit down in body weight.
Okay.
Normally 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 3 kilos. I try in 3 hours. 2 to 3 kilos. I normally try to cut down, and I try 3 to 2 weeks. But I just stop eating candy and stop eating just excessively much because I like to eat a lot and sometimes just too much. And then I'm 3 kilos down, and then it's competition, and then I try to always take 1 free day from work before the competition, or 2 free days before the competition, so I don't have too much physical exercise also at work, because I need to do a lot of physical things also at work. So that's my 2 weeks. I try to just focus on the competition. The 2 weeks before the competition, I just try to focus, get also my sleep really good. Food, just try to eat clean. And I won't do carb loading anymore. So it's not for me. I try to do it with FIBO now. I try to do carb loading. Last 4 or 5 days before the competition. Sunday was the competition, and on Wednesday I stopped eating carbs, like 0. I ate meat, or in the morning I ate quark or something, but like pasta, rice, just nothing anymore for 2.5 days.
Okay.
And then I try to peak my carbs on Friday and Saturday. But it didn't go according to plan. My body wasn't really liking it.
Okay.
I had the first round against Bruno. And my energy was here in the first little bit of the workout, of the round. And the second bit of the round, it was already here and going only down. My energy was just gone.
Right.
And I have never had it before in a competition with routines or whatsoever. So for me, carb loading, it's not the key. So I won't be doing that anymore.
All right.
It was the first time trying it.
So
time is there to try. So
it's like a trial and error.
It was a trial. I was already happy to be there on the competition. So it's just a tryout, but it didn't work for me.
It was still a pleasure to see you compete.
It was a pleasure for me to be there again against an athlete like Bruno, and between athletes that were there. It was amazing. So I was more emotional when I did the qualification round in my time goal, and when I got the news that I was qualified, I was more emotional than when I lost the competition now. because I lost against Bruno. It was up, easy to say. I wasn't happy with it, but I was in ease with it. I was like, okay, I lost. I thought about it, spoke with myself about it. What did I do? What did I do wrong? And then you come to mind with everything that you did before and your preparation. And I had rest with it. But that's also because I was at the top 16 in Europe, the world.
Crazy.
I'm happy.
Yeah, like I saw Bruno compete in Sweden, and it's
a beast. It's a power hour.
I mean, it's completely fine to lose against this guy, but of course, I wish you the best for the next one.
If you saw his battle against Kami, also, just they were just flying. It was insane. So yeah,
for sure, insane. And it was very nice that a lot of people from Jordan's gym, for instance,
I got so much support over there at the competition. It was so nice to have everybody there.
Yeah.
Close friends. Lorenzo was there from Italy. Dennis, where I travel a lot with for competitions. My girlfriend was there, and Jordan with like 10, 12 people from Jordan, from the gym. That was insane. And then some people that I know from competitions where I've been. Yeah, it was really nice to have that much support next to at the sideline. Yeah.
For sure. It was very enjoyable. And that's also what I think, that if people can motivate each other like this, like also during trainings, right? And you build up towards something like this, and you all train together and motivate each other, and then you get to the comp and you just scream your lungs out at the person you're supporting. And that's a beautiful thing about the endurance sport, and also which we discussed before, how someone can go like this and then back, and or if you, for instance, you got stuck at the pull-ups, right? And
I was in front. My dips went. My first pull-ups were 20 kg, felt really good. Muscle-ups felt good. First push-up set felt good, and I came at the pull-ups with the 10 and then the dips with 10 kg also went good. And then I had the pull-ups with 10 kg and stuck.
Yeah,
arms were empty, and then Bruno came also to the pull-ups, and I saw him going up, and I was like, this is it, because I felt how my energy was just flowing out, and my arms were just empty. So I knew that's it. He's going past me, and I won't recover from this, because I just felt empty from energy. The pull-ups were already hard. Couldn't do much strategy that I wanted to do, and from that moment I knew, okay, this is a problem. Yeah, because if the pull-ups are hard, the muscle-ups are also going to be hard.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I came to the muscle-ups, it was just stuck.
Yeah,
it was stuck. But
I mean, that happens, and it's something to
learning process. So
for sure,
I got 7 more competitions on the on the list this year, to improve, to show what I can. So
nice. So as said before, this competition was one of the best levels that you said.
Yeah.
It's gonna get only better, I hope, in this sport.
I hope so. Fuck.
And
I hope the guys that competed at this competition also will continue to compete.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because it was insane.
Yeah.
The final was insane, and if you see those guys,
it will motivate a lot of people to get started with endurance.
Look at the final of the FIBO competition. It's online on YouTube if you look for it.
Calisthenics Battles, right?
Calisthenics Battles is the account, and there's the final between Sergio and Kame. It's
crazy,
insane. It's insane.
Super nice. So, with that, like, the sport has a lot of potential. Beginners will be super motivated by these crazy beasts like yourself, and then they will know all of this knowledge that we talked about. They can find a lot of tutorials also on Saibov, his page.
Saibov, Calisthenics Movement. Look them up. 10x. They have everything online. It's
So like that, the sport can only keep growing.
Yeah, true.
And then we have one more thing, which is
Yeah, I'm
the
curious.
secret question,
I'm curious.
which is done by Barbenders. So
Oh, did they know? Did they knew that I was the next one? Ah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know the question, so I have to actually also
But they,
answer
they
it.
knew I was the next one. Oh, yeah. As an athlete, what's the most important thing for you in a competition? Ooh, that's a good one. I think the most important thing in a competition for me is that everything goes fluently, that the judging is correct, and that the setup of the competition, the bars and everything are according to you, that you can use it fine.
Yeah.
Because that was one thing, like at some competitions, like the time schedule just goes out of the roof. You need to wait like a half hour longer than you normally.
Yeah.
And that's, for your motivation, it's a up, because you want to go, and oh no, you need to wait like 30 minutes more. So I think timetable, it's really good, and if you can keep up with it. Music, really important, because if it's like a silent disco, it's no pleasure to compete. And I think the organization of the competition is very important. With like judging and everything. Nice. Because if the judging is not good, you get frustrated. Competitors also, and that's no fun. You want to have everybody pleased, and
for sure. So I usually also answer this question, and in this case, I'm not an athlete. I don't compete, but to quote,
you have been to a lot of competitions.
To a lot of them, and Ali mentioned in the last podcast. So to quote him is that the athletes should be the most important in the competition, and they should be able to shine. And as you just mentioned, the environment at the competition should be like that, so that you can just keep on growing the sport, can carry the sport, and can motivate so many people to move more. And that's also what I think, that there's so much potential in the endurance sport as well. So
because they also, I really like it with the Barbenders. The first competition that they organized with the reps and sets last year was the first time they organized it. And they organized it so well.
They're great.
They made fences around it, around the competition area, so not everybody could come inside, come up it, and distract everybody. Also now at FIBO and at the Barbenders competition, you have an athlete area, exactly. So the athletes have a little quiet place, so you're not in between all the busy people and everything, so you can just get to ease a little bit, take your focus. Warm up, for example. But I think that's also a very nice thing at competition, like a little, it doesn't have to be big, just somewhere where you can just shut off a little bit and take some rest for yourself.
Cool. I wish you a lot of luck with the next competition and your training.
Thank you.
And I hope the injury goes away very quickly.
We'll hear it tomorrow. And then
exactly. And I want to thank you. It was a very nice
conversation. Thank you.
And
it was a nice one.
Very much so.
Thank you.
And I want to thank the viewers and the listeners as well. And I hope you learned a lot from Joshua. I'm very sure you did. And for the rest, we hope you also are interested in getting into the sport more and getting started with your training, or like going on, and that this guy motivated you to do so. So for the rest, we hope to see you in the next one, and have a good day.